Yeah, I find that it never works, does it?
It's a little stum. I can also smell a very, very British accent.
Yes, I am very British. Yes.
Heck yeah, your last name is Barker. That's about as British as it gets.
Yes.
Okay, let me quickly pull up your stuff here. There we go. This is running. Good. Have you ever gotten coaching before?
Yes, once. I got coached by Peak, Gosu Peak. I don't know if you know him.
Yeah, I do.
But that was literally like 2 years ago. So I had like one coaching session with him. But that was back when I was a support main. So that was a Zen VOD, and I've since become a DPS main. So
Okay. Does he not coach anymore?
no, he's completely transitioned to Valorant. And I don't
Ah.
play Valorant. So
Ah.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Fair. 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 Okay. Good. How did that go?
Really well, really well. He
Okay.
basically got me from like high silver to plat just by
Okay.
making me think, why am I always dead? And then, oh, I hit plat kind of thing. So
Okay. Very good. So
yeah,
that's so
really
so
well.
so so you know that you have what it takes to improve. You just need a little kick in the butt, basically.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'm good at kicking butts. Before we get into this, just a few disclaimers. Everything you say, do, or show me during the session is entirely confidential, including anything you ask me as a part of the Coachee Pass. Number two, I highly recommend you take notes. And number three, the mantra that I follow with these sessions is once a coachee, always a coachee, which means that if you have any questions after your session, just send me a DM. We are pretty much in like almost the same time zone, so
Yeah.
if I don't respond immediately, then it's because I'm upset. No, just kidding. If I don't if I don't respond immediately, then I probably just forgot, and you need to like remind me.
Okay, that's fine.
Good,
Can I
perfect.
just ask, is this recorded at all to like look at again later? Oh,
I do record all of my sessions. If you say pretty
okay,
please and remind me after the session, I can also upload it for you.
that would be great.
Okay,
That'd be
you
really
don't need to say
helpful. I
pretty
will.
please, but you do need to remind me because I am very, very, I basically have Alzheimer's. So,
That's fine.
just
Well,
remind me.
as you're so tired, I'll let you get a good night's sleep, and I'll message you tomorrow to remind you.
Oh, dude, I have two sessions after this one. Trust me, my day is
Really?
not ending anytime soon.
Oh, dear.
My schedule is fully booked until fucking March. So I am a busy man.
Yeah.
Okay, so first we're going to go through the form. I'm going to see if there's anything super duper interesting. And then
Yep.
afterwards we go over the gameplay. I guess the first question that interests me is you used to be a support player. You got coaching on support.
Hmm.
But now you're a DPS player.
Yes.
Why?
So I felt I wasn't having any real impact on support, and I felt very much at the mercy of the DPS players, which I know is a terrible position to have as a support player. But there was also the other reason of I sometimes play with a group of friends very casually. We're not like going for contenders or anything, but we were all support mains as well, so some of us had to change. So I sort of thought to myself, well, DPS is a lot of fun. And I was probably one of my friends at support. So I thought, well, I'll probably be the best one to like pick up the sort of damage role. And since I've done that, which was like probably like 9 months ago now, I really enjoy playing DPS. It's like much more fun, with all the flashy plays and things like that. So yeah, that's why I made the change.
But you do see how the whole mindset of support not being impactful is a little dumb, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
I know that like Zen is basically like a DPS healer, and
Yeah.
like support is all just there to enable people as well. You do like the big anti-nade Zana, and the sleeps and Baptiste immortality field and things like that. So I sort of understand the game from a support perspective. I guess a better way of phrasing it would be I wasn't having the impact I wanted on support.
And
Um,
you just didn't really want to deal with figuring it out.
yeah, yeah, I guess, yeah.
So what makes DPS different?
Um, I think I'm enjoying it more. I think, and when you enjoy something, you're just like that much more motivated to do it.
Okay.
So like when I played support, I think I peaked at around 27, 2800, sort of around that, and then so I've never hit diamond at all, and it just felt like I would have to put in a lot of effort and a lot of hard work, which I wouldn't enjoy doing in that role. I don't know. I sort of fell out of I guess you could say I fell out of love with it a little bit. And yeah, so I moved to DPS.
Okay, it's reasonable.
Yeah.
Well, I guess another important question is, this is just out of curiosity. So you've been getting coached 2 years ago, and you've played the game seriously 2 years ago. But then in the forum you said that you started playing seriously in March.
Yes. So shortly after, so I did that coaching on support.
Yeah.
Serious enough to do that and improve, and then, like I said, just fell out of love with it and wasn't really willing to put the effort in. So then I went through a phase of just not playing Overwatch at all. And it was only then when my friends started playing again and we all got back into it. That was around March on the forum, and I started playing it seriously, and I started playing on DPS at that point, which is why I put that on the forum.
Okay. So what do you think is going to keep your motivation this time?
Two things. Just the enjoyment that I'm getting out of the game. Particularly, I know the UK is stuck in lockdown, so pretty much all my free time is on playing Overwatch. And secondly, there's the competitive aspect against my friends and the rivalry and stuff to have the to have the right to be the best rank out of all of them. And I just I have that motivation now that I didn't have before, where I've got so many hours in this game and things, and I'm still sitting in mid gold, that I'm at a point where I want to take this seriously, and I want to work hard at it, and I want to see some actual improvement.
Okay. You want to climb to at least Masters?
Yes.
Why Masters?
I feel because I have a full-time job and everything, I feel like Grandmasters and any higher than that would be just too much of an ask on my time and things. And I just feel like
Well, what do you mean it would be too time intensive? What do you mean by that?
Yes. Yeah. It would just... I just feel like the amount of effort that you'd have to put in to grind that out to... I mean, and I'm probably wrong in thinking this, but to grind to Grandmasters. And it was, for me, Grandmasters might as well be the moon, but I feel like Masters, with the right sort of application of hard work.
Yeah, okay, no. What I'm asking is, why is Grandmasters the moon?
I guess the perception I have of that rank is that just my reaction time and my understanding and all that would just it's just so much higher. I just don't think I'd ever hit that.
Why?
I don't know. That's just the perception I have of Grandmasters.
Okay, but why don't you question it? I mean, are you being logical about this? What's your objective reasoning?
So, objectively, I think so. When I see Grandmasters players and things,
yes.
Just objectively, the speed at which they make the decisions, just their mechanics, the combination of all of the stuff, their game sense, their awareness, their positioning, the mechanics, and everything. To me, it's just, I just don't think that I would ever achieve that.
Well, okay, here's the thing. You keep telling me the same thing, but you're not being very scientific. I'm asking why.
That there is no scientific reason why. It is a completely emotive feeling that I have.
So it's
So I guess what you could say is it's
well, do you want to hit GM?
It's wrong. I'd love to hit GM. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I mean, GM players are better than you, right?
Yes.
Okay. But when you were in silver, plat players were better than you?
Yes.
Right? Okay. So do GM players have anything that you don't have?
Like
intrinsically, that allowed them to become that much better. Do they have like an extra arm?
No, I guess the perception is that they're just a lot smarter than me in terms of video games. They play smarter and they.
They're better. Again, that's no secret.
Yeah,
you don't. Okay, they play better. Okay.
Yeah.
But you play better than you did back then.
Yes.
Okay. So Masters is realistic.
Yeah.
But GM isn't. How do you know that Masters is realistic if you've never been Masters?
It just felt like a more attainable target. Do
you see how you're being arbitrary?
Yes. It's like if I if I used like running, say I ran like 5k in 30 minutes, it's like I could probably improve fast enough to run 5k in 20 minutes, but then when you start getting to like 16, 17, which is like, to me it's like those are people who've been running for ages, and like actual like proper athletes, and that would just be too much of a difficult push for me to get that
Okay,
time.
Mr. Barker, the sports analogies are lost on me. Just stop. What I'm trying to say is, okay, so right now you think that for you, Masters is an attainable goal and GM is unrealistic and out of reach and not even worth thinking about, which is arbitrary. So what I'm asking is, what's the difference if you would say the same thing, but instead of Masters being the attainable rating, GM would be the attainable rating, and instead of GM being the unattainable rating, Top 500 would be the unattainable rating. Like, why can't we shift that up one?
I guess I
mean, if you're being arbitrary, then you might as well be optimistically arbitrary.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean, I suppose. Yeah, when I'm being arbitrary, I could say in 2 years' time you're going to see me on the roster of the Philadelphia Fusion.
If you want to,
like duo stacking with EQO, it's going to be great. EQO and Carpe.
If you're still going to be on that team, yeah. I mean, see again. I mean, so like we're looking for objective reasons. Okay, there's basically only 3 objective reasons that I can think of why someone cannot reach a certain rating. Okay, reason number 1 is a lack of playtime. If someone plays 10 hours a week, there's a limit on how far they can go. Mind you, that limit can be pushed pretty hard. I've seen people get top 500 with 15 hours a week, but that's the exception, not the rule. Okay, so playtime is a limiting factor. The second limiting factor is mindset. Usually that's not a problem because, to be very pragmatic here, the type of person that spends 30 euros on a coaching session is usually the kind of person that has the self-awareness to admit that they're not the best player in the world and that they need help, which is basically all you need to reach the highest level. Okay, so playtime isn't a problem and mindset isn't a problem. And then the last one is physical disability. And again, as sad as it sounds, some people unfortunately do struggle with that. But to be honest, like the only time that I've really noticed that is like age-related illnesses, like.
Yeah.
I like being optimistic, but I've coached someone who's 70 and, you need to be realistic. There's only so far you can go when your fucking arms are about to fall off.
Yes.
Those are the 3 things. And none of them apply to you. Unless your arms are about to fall off, but you sound pretty young.
They are not, no.
Okay, very good. So I'm going to be like very blunt here. You need to stop being a little bitch.
That's fine. You're absolutely right. I'm going to write that in my notepad in big capital letters.
You play 25 hours a week, okay?
Yeah.
You being in like gold with 25 hours a week is like, it's kind of embarrassing, Well, exactly. Or not embarrassing, but it just means that like something is very, very wrong, which I'm going to hopefully figure out, because as a DPS player with 25 hours a week, you should be able to get to Masters off of like just mechanics alone, like just grinding out the game and learning how to hit heads. So let's see why you don't do that. I'm a bit confused by your hero pool as well. You wrote down Genji, Tracer, Ashe, so you mix hit scan and projectile?
Yes.
Don't, it's dumb. Just choose one role. Are you playing the game because you have fun playing all of those different characters, or do you play the game because you want to like get super duper good?
well, it started. Those are the characters that I enjoy playing the most, basically.
Yeah, but
And
now
so
you have
I guess
different
Genji,
priorities.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So Genji is the most fun and the one I enjoy playing the most, and who I would consider to be my main. And then basically what happens is Genji doesn't work because it does rely on a lot of coordination, which I guess you don't always get. So I would just switch to Ashe and just sit at the back and shoot things and try and get kills that way. Simpler.
Okay. Another thing we need to talk about is, you said earlier you play with friends sometimes, like kind of casually.
Yes.
Again, here's the thing. You have an ultimate goal, okay? I am telling you, my professional opinion, at least from what I've seen so far, there's basically nothing that theoretically stops you from getting into out. At least yet, okay?
Yeah.
Later down the line, maybe you're going to lose motivation. Maybe real life is going to become a priority and you won't have much time. But right now, given your current situation, if you can maintain this current situation, basically the only roadblock that I would see is when you reach top 500 and you need to start joining a team and you wouldn't be able to like fit the scrim schedule of a team into your personal schedule.
Yeah.
That's like the only roadblock that I see. Okay. But the thing is, in order to achieve something, you can't really set yourself like teeny tiny shitty ass little goals on the way. You need to be very, very aware of what you're playing for right from the get-go. Okay? So you cannot write down, I want to reach masters, if in reality that's not what you want. You want to get much, much higher than that.
Yeah.
And it's going to put things into perspective, because now you have this weird ass idea that people in GM just have really, really large genitals, when in reality they don't. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't checked, but you know, if you are playing with friends casually, ultimately, eventually, there will come a point on the road to your ultimate goal where you cannot do that anymore.
Okay.
You understand that, right?
Yeah.
If your goal is top 500, eventually you will reach a point where playing with them is going to be a waste of time. And you can't really afford to waste your time if you want to become one of the 500 best players in Europe. And it's not actually top 500, it's more like top 300 plus Smurf accounts. Okay?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So do yourself a favor, okay? Find a different game to play with friends. Because if you want to get to a very high level in Overwatch, it's always easier to just, nip the bud right now than just delay and postpone and procrastinate. Okay?
Yeah.
Good. What did you previously do to improve? YouTube tutorials. Okay, that's fair. Workshop aiming drills. Kind of a waste of time. You play 25 hours a week, so just play the game.
Okay.
Reviewing my gameplay with a diamond ranked friend. What role does he play?
Support. So he obviously, I'm very aware he can't give me specific DPS tips.
Okay, but here's the thing.
What
You're
he
about
can do
see,
is
that's what I mean.
point.
I know that he can't give me very specific advice, but like, why do you say the shit before the but? I'm gonna stop you right there. I don't even want to know the reasoning. You said but, which means you know that what you're doing is a little bit dumb. Okay? Stop trying to make compromises and justifications and explanations for the weird shit that you do. Okay? The only person that you need to improve is yourself. When Overwatch came out, people did not have guides.
Yeah.
Okay? They played the game, they figured stuff out by themselves. Okay? You do not need some random support player telling you how to play the game.
Okay.
Does all of that make sense?
Yes, it does, yeah.
Why? That is very good. Okay. Then let's see what we have here. Your biggest weakness, tracking ultimates and overall game sense. Do you really think the reason you're on gold is because you cannot track what ultimates the enemy team has?
No, I think it's because I can't click heads.
Very good. That saves me some time. Good. Yes, here's the wall of text. I have a full-time job, which unfortunately does have to come before my Overwatch grind. Again, just a note here: if you can spend 25 hours a week playing Overwatch, like that's fine, you know.
Yeah. That's
I've been playing the game since 2018, casually with friends, and hit peak 2750 playing support in Lucio and Zen. Then I felt I was making an impact on the game and switched to DPS, which I enjoy much more. I have 2 accounts, my main for grinding solo queue and tryharding, my alt for grouping up with friends and not taking it as seriously. This session would mostly be to focus on myself as a player and what I can do to improve, rather than a team-based session, as we are not a competitive team. Okay, listen here, Mr. Barker. Your teammates haven't paid me, so they're not getting shit from me. Okay.
Well, yeah, exactly.
I'm going to look at your gameplay, and I'm going to get you to higher rank, and you can tell your teammates to fuck off.
Just so you read the VOD I've said, it is a solo queue VOD. Like, none of my friends are in it. So
okay. Good. Very good. Unfortunate that I can't flame them.
I anticipated that. Yeah, this isn't a team coaching session. It's
okay.
It's just me playing. Yeah, that's
very good.
Me.
Then let me load in this game. Can you give me like 1 minute so I can get a bottle of water?
Absolutely, mate. Yeah.
Very nice. Okay, let me screen share. There we go. You're probably the student. Sweet nectar of the gods. Water is the one drink to rule them all. Good. What's your job?
Get kills, I guess.
Okay. How do we do that?
So the way I guess I try and do it is to get Blade as quickly as possible and then get a decisive Dragon Blade.
Do you think that's enough to climb?
No, not enough on its own.
Do you think a top 500 player in gold would do nothing but shoot tanks until he has Blade?
No.
No.
They would punish enemy mistakes and things.
Yes, that's a very nice way of phrasing it. Someone's been doing their homework, but yeah. Okay. So you want to kill stuff outside of your ultimate as well, right? So how do we do that? Just dash into 6 people?
No.
No. So what do we need? What information can we gather that helps us?
So enemies using cooldowns and things.
So you wait until the enemy team uses cooldowns and then you dash into 6 people?
No, so it would be like a mistake from the enemy. For example, like if the Anna is alone at the back and she uses her nade, she has no defense, so you can go in and you can kill her theoretically. And then that's a pick and it's a 5v6.
But what does the nade have to do with it? Because again, just because she uses her nade doesn't mean you can dash into 6 people.
No, it's more she's the fact that she would be alone and isolated and no heal or support.
So people who are alone and isolated are good targets. Okay. So why did you use the Ana? Why didn't you use the Tracer as an example?
Anna was just the one who popped into my head first. I guess she's sort of like a priority target.
What makes her a priority target? Why is she a better target than Tracer? You do agree that she's a better target than Tracer, right?
Yeah, I think so, and I think the reason is she's the main healer on the enemy team. So if she goes down, that's a lot of resources that they're losing.
No, she's gold. She's garbage. You're not killing them because they're. You're not killing these people because they're good at the game.
Okay.
Okay. You're just killing them because
I can.
You can, yeah. You're just killing people for the sake of it. You don't really give a shit about what they do. Okay.
Okay.
So why is Ana a better target than Tracer? Not because she's more useful. What makes her a better target?
Oh, so I guess she's easier to kill.
Okay, what makes her easier to kill compared to a Tracer?
She has no movement ability.
She has no movement ability. She has no ice block, wraith form, fade, nothing. Okay.
Yep.
So looking at the enemy team, certain targets are easier to kill. Ana, for example. Other targets are harder to kill, like the Tracer. And some targets are kind of in between, like the Soldier, With the Soldier, it does kind of depend. If he doesn't have his healing field, he's pretty easy to kill. With his healing field, kind of tough. Okay?
Yeah.
But even then, Genji isn't really the type of character that just wants to dash in and 1v1 people. Okay? You can do that if you're smurfing and if you have insane mechanics, but ultimately that's not the most consistent way to win games, is it?
No.
So what can we do? So now we've identified what targets are like easiest to kill. That's already good info. Okay? So what helps us kill people?
We'll pressure them to make a mistake and make them easier to kill.
Yes, I feel like you're kind of rethinking this. Genji is what type of character?
Damage, DPS.
A little more specific?
He's a flanker.
Yeah, is he though? Do you want to be... How long do you think you're going to stay alive as Genji behind the enemy team?
Not very long.
Right, is he really a flanker?
No.
You're thinking of a different word. Starts with D. Ends
Just
with...
damage?
Ends with Ive.
Dive, okay.
Wow, congratulations. Yes, he's a dive character, okay? He likes to dive people.
Yeah.
Okay. What's better than one person diving someone?
Oh, 2 or 3.
Very good. Is there anyone on your team who potentially has the exact same goal that you do?
Hanzo. Or Ball, sorry. Wrecking Ball.
Hanzo. I hope you
Hanzo?
just misspoke. Of course it's Hammond. Fucking Hanzo is gonna jump into the enemy backline, yeah. For sure.
Come with me, brother.
Okay. No, it's the Hammond.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's the great thing, It's the Hammond. He wants to do the same thing as you. He also wants to jump on people. Ideally on the right people. Okay, but you can't always control that.
No.
Okay. So we can use our Hammond to our advantage.
Yeah.
If he goes in, ideally we want to be with him. Because the enemy team is going to be looking at him when he slams in, right?
Yeah.
When the Hammond slams in, the Rotok is going to hook him. The Ana is going to sleep him. The Sigma is going to rock him. That's a lot of cooldowns going into him and not into you.
Yeah.
Okay. So, summarize. What do you want to do here to win?
I want to dive the enemy Ana with Wrecking Ball.
Ideally, yes.
Ideally, yes, and let him take the cooldowns, and then I'm free to get the kills because there's fewer cooldowns.
Okay. And then what you said earlier, you can also use your ultimates.
Yes.
Which again is much, much easier to use if someone else is going in first and then, people aren't looking at you that much. Okay?
Yeah.
So, can you see the gameplay?
I can, yeah.
Then let's see if you do what we just talked about. Where are you?
Not with the Wrecking Ball.
Okay. This slam sucks dick. It's kind of bad. I don't know why he's slamming the tanks,
Yeah.
But let's just imagine for a second that he didn't slam the tanks, but he slammed the soldier.
Yeah.
You need to be there for that, but you're not.
Yeah.
You're back here, and you're playing Sniper Hanzo. Sniper Genji, rather. You're literally playing with your Hanzo.
Yeah.
And then your ball dies.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No.
Because now you're on your own. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, since you don't really have anyone else to play around, you need to just wait, see if someone on the enemy team gets kind of isolated, and then you can see if you can 1v1 them. Outside of that, you just try to shoot and deal as much damage as you can. Okay?
Yeah.
But dare I say, I feel like you might have already missed your opportunity, to be honest.
Right, okay.
Okay?
There's a... Yeah.
Right? So ideally, you just want to live, see what you can do. But yeah. Need to wait for your Hammond. Now that your Hammond is here, you can actually go and kill people. Now, another... Oh, fuck, I need to change the... There we go. Now, we need to talk about who to actually shoot.
Yeah.
Okay? A soldier and a mercy. Who's easier to kill? This
second guessing myself all the time.
this is not something that should be difficult. This is like having a test at school and not knowing what to put in the field that says date next to it, you know?
The soldier is easier to kill.
No, Mr. Barker, the date is not the 32nd of February.
Okay, it's the Mercy.
Well, yes, but why?
Because she doesn't have.
Why did you say soldier?
I panicked. So I thought. So the idea was, I thought the Mercy would just guide an angel away, and so then I would use.
To whom? She gonna fly through that building?
No.
No. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, the Mercy is a lot easier to kill. Yeah.
Well, who's healing the soldier?
The Mercy.
And who's healing the Mercy?
No one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can Mercy heal herself?
No, she can't.
No, she can't. So there's two targets. One of them is regenerating like, I don't even know what the fucking numbers are, like 50 HP per second. I don't know, they're changing it like every 2 seconds. 50 HP per second.
Yeah.
The other one is regenerating nothing.
Yeah.
And outside of her passive, but during a fight that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So Mercy is probably a bit easier to kill, isn't she?
Yeah, definitely.
So do you see how you are presented with two targets? You even dash the Mercy.
Yeah.
But then instead of killing the Mercy, you turn over for the soldier instead of continuing into the building and securing that kill.
Yeah. It's very passive play, isn't it? Like, I'm not actively thinking what I should do here. It's like monkey see, monkey shoot kind of thing, isn't it?
Well, yeah. But right here, Monkey See Mercy, very low HP.
Yeah.
But you turn over to the Genji.
Yeah.
If this right click would have landed in her head, she'd be dead.
Yeah.
But it landed in the soldier's head. Killing Mercy is a pretty high value kill.
Yeah.
Enough to maybe salvage the fact that you kind of ditched your Hammond at the start of the round.
Yeah.
That's the magical thing about low elo. You can fuck up. The enemy team is going to give you like 3 opportunities to make up for it.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Right here, you just need to chill. Okay, the enemy team is kind of feeding.
Yeah.
Oh, kill her. Oh!
Yeah, I know.
It's okay, it's okay. It doesn't really matter. Again, your Hammond is alive. Just do whatever he wants you to do. Ooh, again, you need to kind of track what your teammates are doing, you know?
Yeah.
Like you see your Hammond on the top right there, right?
Yeah.
In game, it would be easier because the fucking team 2 and all of the characters wouldn't be there. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Are you trying to fart them to death? What's the play here? Turn around for the tracer up on high ground. Ah, yes. As we established earlier, she truly is such an easy kill to get.
It's about to get worse.
You're gonna blade her? Oh no, you're like
Not
chasing
quite,
her.
though.
Oh, and then you whiff.
Gonna kill her.
Sad. Like again, do you see how like these people are going in and they're drawing all of the attention towards them? You know, you could be going in and like kill people with blade or something.
Yeah.
So you don't even need blade. Just wait for the Hammond to go in. There he goes. There goes the Hammond. See, like I just don't really know what you're waiting for, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
Like again, arguably, like he is slamming tanks, which is kind of awkward. But what if he didn't slam a tank? You know, you need to be there to follow up on that.
Yeah.
See, like right here, look where he is. He's probably going to slam someone any moment. Okay, well, I mean, you can also just go for blade. But if we look at the kill feed, maybe we don't really want to commit our ultimate here, do we?
No, we just lost our healers. Yeah.
Right. So what you could have done here is you could have waited for your Hammond, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe your Hammond is going to make a play, and you can like try to play around it, or you can just say, hey, the enemy team kind of used like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ultimates.
Yeah.
How about I'm not one of the 4 idiots on the team that also uses their ultimate?
Yeah.
Do you see how this is gold?
Yeah.
10 ultimates have been used.
Yeah.
Do you think any team fight really needs 10 ultimates used?
Absolutely not.
This is called bad ult management. Because if you would have your ultimate now, this next team fight would be kind of free because they don't have an answer to it.
I guess when I wrote down ult tracking, I guess ult management is what I meant.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
look at the kill feed before you press Q. It's like you're not taking time to reorient yourself. You know? It's like when you play a rhythm game. Okay. Sometimes, you know, you're like playing really good and you're in the rhythm, but then you like fuck up. You miss a note. Okay. And that kind of kills your rhythm. Okay. But if you just keep playing, you're going to just keep missing more notes forever.
Yeah.
You're not gonna like find that rhythm again. So you need to just stop playing something for like 2 seconds and then like start again, basically, you know?
Okay.
Like you're gonna miss a couple notes, but at least you like know where you are. It's kind of the same thing here. Like when you get lost in a team fight, instead of just like, ooh, I need to shoot stuff, I need to go, just take a second or two to like breathe, figure out where your teammates are, figure out where the enemies are, look at the kill feed, and then make your next move.
Okay. That makes sense.
But unconscious decisions do not help you improve. You need to actually use your brain to like get better at using your brain.
Yes.
Okay. But I mean, you just don't have your ultimate here, so again, all you can do is just wait until the Hammond slams someone, or poke. You could be poking a bit more aggressively here. I'm not sure why you don't go over here and like poke from this angle.
Okay.
Yeah. So your Hammond is a little bit stupid. He's just gonna ult and die.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
I think
Intelligent.
what I'm doing is I am waiting for the team to reset, and I don't want to be like the early death guy. So.
Well, but you also don't want to be the I'm getting carried by gold players guy, do you?
No, that's true.
Okay. Yeah, see? Like, right here, you need to track your Hammond. Do you see how he's going up the high ground?
Yeah.
Now, why would he do that? Probably has a plan.
Yeah.
Like slamming the backline.
I could have gone straight in on the Anna. Yeah.
Yes, but you are over here. You know?
Mm-hmm.
You had the opportunity, you missed it. That Ana could be dead. Instead you're dashing tracers. Okay. Good. Again, here. Do you see where your Hammond is going? Now, why would he go over here?
To go and slam the back line.
Okay, so we want to make sure that we're ready for that. But we're not. We're dashing the Roadhog.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The advantage is mine. Okay. Well, you guys are kind of holding yourselves alive, so that's good.
Yeah.
It's not pretty, but it works.
Yeah, ball's just got in again and I'm nowhere near it.
Mm-hmm. Do not blade, please.
No, I don't think I do.
Good, good, good.
I'm looking for it, but I don't.
Minigun, look, do you see where your Hammond is? What do you think he's about to do?
Yeah, slam the back line.
Okay, let's see if you are following him.
No.
Do you see how good this Hammond is?
Yeah.
Like, can you really ask for more than this slam?
No.
But you're here.
Yeah.
Like, any comments?
There's 2 very easy kills, and that would just win the whole fight. Then you have to reset.
Basically.
Yeah.
But instead we're chasing a Reaper. And oh wow! I didn't know that he could do this. You know? Wow, like you can't shoot him, that's OP. Man, you just wasted so much time dealing damage to him, you know, it's all in vain. This Ana is just gonna heal him. Oh, wait, what? Did I just say Ana? Man, if only we had an opportunity to kill her like 2 seconds ago. Dude, life is just unfair, isn't it?
Yeah.
Huge Sigurd. And now your team is dead.
Yeah.
Your teammates?
Like,
Yeah.
I know. But I need someone to tell me explicitly so that I actually stop doing it.
It's like your teammates aren't always going to do useful stuff in this game. You know, like that's just kind of how ranked works. But sometimes they do. And you want to make sure that when they do, it wins you a team fight. Oh my fucking god, what are you doing?
Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, I heard the slam.
Yeah, well, no, like the blade is okay.
Yeah.
It's just like...
Blade these two.
Well, I mean, for one, you have 77 HP, you know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of a problem.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the second problem is, like, you saw the Ana, but then you like kind of...
Where did you go?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so gold, it hurts.
It is pretty gold, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Oh, huge stall. Huge stall. See, now you're in a little bit of a pickle. What has happened?
Ball has switched to Hog.
So now basically all you can do is just be an ult bot.
Right, yeah.
Okay. And you need to kind of weigh whether that's worth it for you.
Yeah.
But dare I say, it's probably not. Like, you have a Mercy. You can switch to Pharah here, for example. Pharah would be really nice.
Okay.
They have... Do you see how they have, like, Reaper and Tracer?
Yeah. Yeah, nothing can touch a fire.
Yeah. It's important to understand what makes your character strong, and when those circumstances change, to adapt. I'm not saying that you can't win here as Genji. I'm just saying, why make things difficult on yourself, you know? There's, like... There's more important things to work on.
Yeah.
See, like, why would Tracer be your first target? I mean, it doesn't matter. This is kind of over anyways. Oh, huge. That was interesting.
So, yeah, this is, I mean, I do the classic, you know, full panic stations. When they're close to capping, I need to do something.
Well, I mean, you can do something. You can get on the card, but, like,
yeah,
you know, ult when you have a target.
Well, I did it in the moment I panicked, so I thought I needed the dash reset. So
Okay.
which is why I did the blade. But I probably didn't. This just goes on for ages, and then I take Tracer, and then I don't focus anyone as Tracer. I just shoot whatever's in front of me.
I mean, I did tell you earlier about the whole not mixing hit scan and projectile thing.
Yeah.
Like, why is Tracer better here than Genji? I don't get it.
I think I go to her because she's quicker to get back to Cat and
okay.
ult faster. It's just a full panic, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like it's one of them. I know it's not good, but I just.
Well, you do have a ball now, so that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, he did slam the enemy Mercy, and the enemy Mercy is at 60 HP. You know, which is basically a little, you know, one right-click dash, and she's dead.
Yeah.
But again, it's like... you're just not there.
Yeah.
The game plays itself, and you're just
Yeah.
pressing pause.
Yeah, like I'm not making any impact at all on this game.
Yeah, like right here, you know, your Hammond is like fucking around back there, and you're fucking around with the Rotok.
Yeah.
You know? Like you burn your dash on that Reaper, you know? Like your Hammond is going to slam someone, maybe, one day. Kinda. Okay, this team fight is kind of a shit show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Ball does ball things on cart, and then
He sure does. Oh yeah, here's the Tracer pick.
yeah,
Is this the Britain skin? Of course it is.
of course it is. Do you see what I mean? This is just chaotic panic, really. There's like no active thought going into my play here at all. It is just
Yeah, I
stay
mean
on
at this
card.
point it's kind of I mean as long as you are staying on card, that's basically all you need to do.
Yeah,
I mean your movement isn't terrible. It's like a little lost, like Tracer specific, but at least you're not spamming spacebar like all of the other shit tier Tracers. So dare I say, like this Tracer gameplay is actually more pleasant to watch than a lot of Tracer gameplay I've seen in the past.
Oh, okay. I'll take whatever compliments I can.
Oh, it's still bad, and you shouldn't play her if you
Yeah,
want
I know
to
it's
if you
still
want to focus on
terrible, yeah.
projectile. But like this isn't completely all huge sticky.
It's so lucky he jumps. I was really annoyed.
Yeah, this is yes.
And then eventually we go down.
Overwatch is a game about taking advantage of everything you can, including your teammates. Okay.
Okay.
It might not sound nice, but there is a big difference. Like a lot of people confuse the fact it's always said, right? You shouldn't rely on your teammates. If you want to climb in solo queue, you just need to do your own thing. But a lot of people confuse that for just 1v6.
Okay.
Overwatch is not a game about 1v6ing.
Yeah.
Okay? When your teammates do something that helps you, take advantage of it. Okay? Don't rely on them to do anything. Don't expect anything from them. But when they do something and you can follow up on it, then follow up on it, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the part of the session where questions can be asked. I mean, you could have asked questions all along, but, you know, now you have some time to, like, formulate them.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, everything you've said has been like, you know, really clear. I think it's just, yeah. I mean, do you have any way of like, any tips or anything, I guess, for like, shifting from the very passive play that you see to like actively thinking like in game? Because like, you know, we can sit here and talk about this now, or I can watch, you know, like some of your YouTube stuff. But then I think I have a very bad habit of when we come into the actual game, just, you know, just doing the same thing over and over again and not actually actively thinking about it.
Just stop thinking of your games as like individual ranked matches to win.
Mm-hmm.
Think of them as individual team fights that you're trying to play correctly.
Okay.
Before every single team fight, you ask yourself what you want to do, how you want to play this, what you're looking for. Then after the team fight, you can evaluate. Am I happy with that? Okay. And again, you don't measure your success by how many ranked games you're going to win. You're going to measure your success by how many team fights you feel you played well in.
Okay.
Okay. What we talked about isn't really that complex. It's not something that you need to like study, you know?
No.
It's really just something that you need to like consciously think about when you're in game. And at first it's going to be a little overwhelming, of course.
Yeah.
But when you stick with it, it's going to become more and more intuitive, you know?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
eventually you reach a point where you'll say, this is kind of free. I mean, why haven't I been doing this before, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I guess in terms of my mechanics, is there anything that sort of stuck out as like that was really, really bad?
I mean, you were kind of lost on Tracer, and as Genji, sometimes your situational awareness kind of lacked, but it's very difficult to like say if that's pinpointable on mechanics alone, or if that's just, you know, not knowing what to do, basically. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me phrase it this way: mechanics aren't your problem yet. No.
Okay.
You know, I mean, when I saw them, I'm not like, oh, wow, this is like top 500 Smurf level mechanics, you know. But the thing is, it's very difficult to build proper mechanics if the fundamentals of your character are like this lost on you, you know. Like, you need to spend so much brain power on just not feeding that it's very difficult to actually relax and focus on aiming. Like, team fights are too panicky for you right now.
Yeah.
You know, once you understand your character better and you drill it down and you grind it out and you have hundreds of team fights under your belt, right?
Yeah.
Then the team fights become more predictable, they become more calm, you become more confident, and that's going to improve your aim.
Okay. Okay.
But obviously you can't aim when you're panicking, and right now you're panicking too much.
I think that's a really good. I think all I do in games is just panic. Yeah. Like, I could go in with like the best laid plans, and then it just, you know, oh no, someone's shooting at me, what now?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Focus on executing your plan and try to ignore whatever the enemy team is doing as much as possible.
Okay. Okay. And so then, do you think it's a good idea for me to just, you know, if I want to play Genji, just focus on projectile heroes?
Yes.
Like, you know, ignore Tracer, ignore Ash, ignore.
Yeah, because in order to perform with hitscan characters, you need to kind of play them exclusively. Otherwise, mechanically, it just doesn't become sustainable.
Okay. Because I do actually play Ash on the second round of this, but yeah, switching between the two. Okay.
Any more questions?
Okay. No, I don't have any more questions. I think I just need to absorb what you've said and get good, I guess. Start actively thinking, what am I doing? Playing with my, you know, if the team's giving me an advantage, use it. If the enemy team's giving me an advantage, use it. Yeah, I think that's everything.
Okay, good. Well,